Hey everybody, it's Abby from Mermaid Vlogs, and this is my Mergal pal,
Lauren.
She is here today hosting, and we have a very special guest with us today. Everyone welcome Arwen. Yes, that's her real name. It's the coolest thing I have ever heard. Welcome, Arwen.
Hi.
Now, Arwen, you and I have a very special story, which is I met your mother at the grocery store.
Yes, you did.
And that's how you're here today.
To put you at ease, this is not the first time we've had a random individual show up to the house just to record this podcast.
Yes.
Our now friend,
Sarah Cello.
My boyfriend knew her through the music industry and went to her album release and was like, Lauren, I think she's obsessed with mermaids. Also, I think she'd be great for the podcast. So Abby contacted her and on a day specified by all parties, she showed up and we just talked to her for, like an hour. So
and it was
not to worry,
Okay.
you are not the first person to just be swept up in the waves of this podcast.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Yes, Arwen's mom and I met in the produce section at Kroger, and she stopped me because of my purple hair.
Shocking.
I know. This actually does happen on a daily basis.
Yes.
Someone stops me and says something about my hair. Typically,
I
it's
still
positive.
have the photo.
Oh, yeah, and she took a photo of me and sent it to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I still have it.
And so, as we were talking, she's like, oh my gosh, my daughter would love your hair. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you. And we literally had a 20-minute conversation about hair, just in general, how the color works. And I have people that help me. I have a hair team. I do not do my hair. I literally showed up yesterday and they were like, Abby, you have to brush your hair. That's how much I do not do my hair. So anyway, I was chatting with her about, hair and how you like crazy cool colors.
Yes,
And then
For those of you just listening, Arwen has green hair.
green,
I don't know how it looks.
No.
How am I the boring hair person in this scenario?
girl, you got that mermaid pin going on
So
and
true.
I am digging it. Ugh,
That'll make
I'm
my
gonna
crazy hair.
steal it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, for those of you who are just listening, there is a YouTube version
Yes.
of this podcast on my channel at Mermaid Vlogs. You can go check that out. But yes, Arwen has beautiful green hair. And so as we were talking in passing, she mentioned that we all were waiting for your hair to grow back because you had gone through some crazy serious stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, A, this girl is my hero, and B, we need to tell her stories.
Yay!
So I was like, girl, Arwen.
So now you're on the spot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you are. But I just
Tell
want to
us all
know,
the things.
yeah, how old are you to start?
I'm 14.
14
Are
years
you
old.
serious?
Fully guacamole.
You didn't know this?
No! I got a text from Abby that said, hey, this person's coming over to my house. Can we record with her? And I was like, great, awesome. That's all I know of this situation. And that they met in a grocery store. I know nothing else.
Yep.
This is how we do.
I just want to get authentic reactions. That's why I don't tell you all the details.
14? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
crazy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited
You
what your
good?
friends at school are going to think about you. You on a podcast.
I think
Dude,
they're
high
gonna.
school's hard enough, all right?
It is.
So, okay, you're 14.
I'm 14. Yes,
First of all. All right,
I
keep
am
going.
14. I don't know what to say.
You're
have
14.
how many animals at your house?
Oh, I have. Okay.
We help with this.
Okay, yeah. I
This is why we're here.
I just stop. No, there's 4 animals at our house. There's 3 cats and 1 bunny rabbit named Gracie Gray.
All right.
But
Are you thinking of a song? Ann?
Yes.
What's in your brain?
There's a song about a big bunny, and I'm pretty sure it's for Easter. And I think it's a VeggieTales song.
Big bunny, big bunny, big bunny. I don't
Wait,
know.
no.
Veggie Tales. I used to watch Veggie Tales.
Oh,
That
we
yeah.
sing the song.
It's chocolate bun. They're making chocolate bunnies. Oh my gosh, it will come to me.
in 3 days.
No,
No, she's got the internet.
Google it.
Although it does remind me of the
I'll
what is
search
it?
the lyrics and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the song.
The commercials for the Easter candy. And it's like they keep trying to
one?
find the one with the bunny. They keep interviewing other animals to be the bunny.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
The
there's
little
the cute.
eggs or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah, and there's the one
That are
that's my
filled with
aunt's
things.
Oh my
favorite
gosh.
commercial because it's buck meow, buck meow.
This is it.
You found
The
it?
bunny. Yeah, hold on.
God, Abby, I'm
Wait.
dead.
I the bunny.
I don't love my mom or my dad.
Just the bunny.
The bunny, the bunny.
Oh, the bunny.
I so miss VeggieTales. I was like,
That
what
I
I
had.
watched.
For the bunny.
No,
That was the song I was thinking of.
Finally. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh.
It's like this whole big thing. Basically, that, Easter isn't about the chocolate bunnies. It's about something else. The Lord.
And
Oh, I was so confused. I was like, what? What is it about? Tell me.
The Lord
it's not.
raising from the
That's
dead.
so funny. Anywho, okay, what's your favorite subject in school?
I guess it would probably be history. I love history. I always do good in history.
To shamelessly plug other podcasts, if you do listen to any stuff you missed in history class, top notch. So good. Very easy episodes. We're talking like typically no more than 30 minutes long. Like their most recent one was a brief history of ballet part 1.
I love that.
Yeah. So they do a little bit of everything. And I'm not even kidding. When I was taking graduate testing in California, because I was applying to go to grad school at the time, their podcast helped me with the history lesson,
Oh my
like the
gosh.
history section of it, because it was stuff that I had listened to before. Because I love history, but I don't have a good like my brain isn't built for it, so I don't have a timeline brain. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Everything in history for me occurs at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I literally have to memorize years, or else
Yeah.
it's just like Julius Caesar and William Shakespeare. They lived at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why Shakespeare wrote a play about him.
Right.
Like, so it's that was my big problem in
Yeah.
high school. But they were the ones that actually helped me with the history portion of a lot of those testing.
That's cool. Is the makeup stuff that you're into, or like what's like in the art section? Like, what's your fave?
Well, I like all like the mermaid makeup people do.
Oh
Yes.
I mean, I've been looking up at this like sparkly face up in here.
Oh yeah, that's our friend
Oh,
Sarah
that's Sarah.
Cello.
Oh,
Yes.
that
yeah.
sounds like
Mermaid makeup is on
Coachella.
point.
My
and
gosh.
it's
That sounds like
stunning.
Coachella. Her name.
Sarah Cello. Oh, I know.
Sarah Cello.
Her real name is
so-
not Sarah Cello.
Her name is Sarah Clanton. And she's a cellist.
Cello.
Sarah Coachella.
Sarah Coachella.
Sarah, you have any name?
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah,
if you're listening and
well,
slash watching.
and have
Watching?
you? What?
Watching.
We
Instead
do-
of watching.
It's that works with the mermaid vibes. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
mermaid makeup is like the coolest thing ever, and there are so many brands now that are coming out with like all the mermaid things.
Can't they make a unicorn? Not a unicorn. I was gonna say they have a unicorn highlight. Can't they make a mermaid highlight? I'm pretty sure
know.
someone
I bet
has.
they have.
Have you seen the Wet n Wild ones? Like
Yes.
Yeah,
purple and like
it's down here somewhere.
somewhere apparently.
Yeah, I think I put it
Oh, you have the
upstairs.
box?
Yeah,
It's the
it's the
Midnight
whole
Mermaid.
set.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
you guys are so lucky.
That has a highlighter in it.
I
It does,
am
and it's in my
poor.
makeup bag
I can't
upstairs.
afford that.
Oh, girl, it was like $29.99.
Yeah.
You have gone through some crazy stuff, so I kind of wanted to like share that if you are open to sharing about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it like 50 million times since it
Say
happened.
it 50 million
in one.
and one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd
It's
love
like,
to
is
hear
she
it.
gonna get it? Is she
Maybe.
gonna- maybe just a little.
We don't count that high in preschool.
I started feeling pains in my jaw. So this is gonna go one way, and then it's gonna go the complete opposite way in the story. So I started feeling pains in my jaw. Like a couple weeks will go by, and my mom was like, "You need to go to the dentist," which I absolutely love. It is my favorite thing. Speaking of the dentist, I want to go back.
Are you being sarcastic or being for real?
I'm being for real. I love the dentist. It is my favorite thing. And they're like, you need to get your wisdom teeth removed. And I'm like, oh. Okay, this was coming. My teeth have always come early. Because usually you're like 16 or 17 before you get your wisdom teeth out. And I was 13 at the time. Like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something goes by. And I still have this like thing right here. And apparently after all this craziness, we figured out it was just like... It it's normal. Like, some people get it. It's normal. But we called the people, and they're like, you have an infection. We're going to get you on some meds. And they do this all over the phone, which is the crazy part. And so they prescribe me clindamycin. Now, never, ever, 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 ever take clindamycin unless the bug that you have is antibiotic resistant or you are antibiotic resistant, because it gave me kidney damage.
Ooh.
Like, I'm serious about that. So
it's like, it's a really intensive drug.
yeah, they put me on this, and a couple weeks later, I hadn't eaten anything. I couldn't keep down water or, like, Sprite.
Yeah.
You know, when you, like, have a stomachache, you
Right,
drink
you drink
Sprite,
Sprite.
and you're, you know, better or something. I don't know. I haven't done that in a while. And so, you know, my mom takes me to the hospital, and she's like, you're doing everything, and we're waiting here until you find out what's wrong with my child. And some time goes by, and they're like, yeah, she has kidney damage. So they and this is like Vanderbilt. So they bring me up to the 7th floor. They're like, we're going to do an ultrasound of your kidneys and to see what's up. And so later that day, they do it. I think it was like 7 o'clock or something. And they do the ultrasound, and the next morning, they're like, oh, and when they did the whole, like, you're doing everything, and we're waiting here, they're like, my mom, as soon as they got the results, my mom was like, how is my child's white blood cell count?
Right.
Like, is she okay? And they're like, it's fine. And so the next day, after the ultrasound, they're like, your daughter has cancer.
Oh gosh.
And so, you know, some time goes back, and I'm just sitting in my bed, like, not even sitting correctly. I'm, like, sitting at the end of my bed, like, laying down the wrong way. And I'm like, oh, my God, why is it taking so long? What if I'm really sick? Oh, my gosh, what is going to happen? Oh, my gosh. I'm freaking out. So my mom comes in. She looks perfectly fine. That's the best, like, that's the best part about it. She looks fine. And I'm like,
Oh, we're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. And then she's like, baby, you have cancer. And I'm like, what?
Gosh.
Did you just speak English?
Yeah. Well.
And she's like, yeah.
Isn't that the first stage of grief? Denial?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, no. Literally, I, like, was crying, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that day, they moved me down to the 6th floor. Every time I tell the story, I always say up, but I finally got it right. It's down to the 6th floor,
Yeah.
which is the cancer ward. So after they moved me there, they did a biopsy. So the tumor that they found, which it was a tumor, they found it was by my kidneys. I don't know where my kidneys are.
They're in the back.
Okay, yeah, it was somewhere in here. It was like a softball-sized tumor. Yeah, they did a biopsy, so they took me down to, like, the surgery place.
Yeah.
And, you know, they also did, like, more, like, CAT scans and stuff to, like, look. And apparently, my lymph nodes, some of my lymph nodes turned into tumors from, like, here down to, like, my waist.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And
So
they
you
also,
had it for a while,
Yeah.
and it had just never...
Yeah.
You'd never had any symptoms.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the crazy part in a minute, but so they rushed the biopsy thing. They rushed it really, really fast. So they didn't want to take me out
Right.
until they knew if they should do a bone marrow thing.
Yeah.
And so they were like, yeah, we should probably do it. And so they tested my bone, and apparently I had both Burkitt's lymphoma and Burkitt's leukemia.
Oh my gosh. So you were 13 and got diagnosed with lymphoma
And leukemia.
Yes, yeah. The crazy thing about Burkitt's is, like, there's no stages. There's
Oh,
just,
it
like,
is.
there's just, like, stage. If you don't catch it, you die.
Wow.
Like, the person that we were talking about earlier, that we dog sit for, her brother got it. And he passed away, sadly, from it. Because they never knew. Mm-hmm. So if you get it, it's like, either you catch it and you get it done with, or
that's it.
bye.
So it was literally the infection that you got from your oral surgery that caused you to go to the hospital, that caused you to be able to, like, them to be able to find it.
And at first, my mom was really pissed at the dude. But then after we found out this, she was like, thank you.
Right.
I mean, she didn't tell him, but, like, she was like...
Yeah.
So that happened. And so I went through 7 months of 6 months. My last month was like I had an infection. And I even have a CAT scan tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just to check and like see where
Yeah, I
everything...
have to get... So it's
Regular.
like, once you're in remission, it's every like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, it'll be every like 6 months.
Yeah, I think it's
And
like
then it's
for a
every
year, and
year,
then it's, yeah.
And then it's just like,
So are you
I don't
in
know.
remission now for both of them?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
the
I am
leukemia
in
and the
remission for
lymphoma.
both of them.
So, yeah, that's the craziest story I've ever heard for a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was 13, I was just worried about ballet and piano lessons.
Amazing.
So did your mom, like, it seems like your mom was, like, really chill about it all. Like, you said she was super, like, calm, telling you were diagnosed with cancer, and I
So-
think my mom would be, like, a nut house.
Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the thing. She's really calm in emergencies. But the thing is, like, about me and her, this is gonna get a little weird. But we can
We love weird.
we can feel when someone is like sad or upset or
sure.
really angry or just really, really
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Or really happy, but we don't really feel that because,
Usually you can tell in most people.
yeah. They're like, but so, I mean, I realized that she was upset. I realized that she was worried, but I wanted to believe the opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to think I'm fine, but I
Yeah.
really, really wasn't.
Yeah. So I noticed on your Instagram that you like have like a few like categories, and you like the ocean apparently.
I love the ocean. I went to Florida when I was young and just like fell in love. I've gone back like once.
Tell us our-
Sadly, I want to live there. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's amazing. Do you know like?
I mean,
I'm trying to think. Like, you just love the ocean, or is there something specific?
I
that
mean,
you love?
I'm going to Bora Bora this coming summer.
Yes, you are, girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
For Make-A-Wish. That's
go.
one really
Oh, no
amazing thing I
way.
got out of it. Forgot to mention that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Make-A-Wish is sending you to Bora Bora.
Bora Bora. And you know, like
Wow.
those little huts you see that are actually
Yes,
in the
I-
ocean? I'm
yes.
staying in one of those.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
It's gonna be me and my mom. And like,
No.
they're like, don't you invite like 2 more people? Like, you can invite 2 more people. I'm like, I have no one else. Bora Bora.
Girl. I mean, you can take us if you want.
I could. I could. I have 2 extra tickets, and I
gosh.
could technically if I really wanted to. I might.
Just you,
Girl,
you just
go enjoy
you
some Bora
just
Bora.
enjoy that with your mom and like have the best time. That's
Travel
the coolest thing ever.
is so important.
But they're used to like 6 people, like bringing them down to like Disneyland or something, or
Yeah.
like London or something. Like 6 people.
Yeah.
We're like, it's 2 of us. Like,
All right, if somebody
just
else
give
is
us
going to
the
pay
money.
for it, where would I go? Oh.
Yeah, where would you go if somebody else is gonna pay for it?
I mean, it would be somewhere I'd never been.
I mean, I wanted to meet Ellen, but they were like, Ellen's not accepting right now. But then I was like, Chris Pratt or like Tom Hiddleston, and then I was like, nah, they're not gonna want to see
Hey,
me. I'm
Ellen
weird.
could be watching the podcast right now, so there's that.
If Ellen was watching the podcast right now, there would be a lot more followers. I'm just saying.
Hey,
Listen.
hey, you don't know what she watches on her personal time.
you don't know.
Eternal
kidding.
optimism.
She probably-
reigns supreme in the mermaid realm.
No,
And I
she's-
manifest a lot
she's-
of crap that shouldn't happen, but it does.
Yeah.
She probably is watching.
Ellen.
Hello, Ellen. How are you?
You were
Jody.
the top pick. Jody.
Jody, you watching?
Oh, speaking
of. All right, so we
Yes.
explained to you that Jodie Benson is the voice of the Little
Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Shouldn't we face
So,
it this way?
We did, but I did it for your sake. So we need to know, what's your Jodie moment?
Do you have anything about the Little Mermaid or like the voice of Ariel that you just like?
My brother had the CD, the DVD, I meant, of Little Mermaid.
Okay, great. Love that.
And he's a boy.
Yep.
He also had Cinderella for some reason. I have
It's a
no
great-
idea why.
It's a great movie, that's why.
Yeah, but he's a boy living with his dad.
Boys
So-
can watch princesses.
Yeah.
We are not about gender specificity.
We are not.
2019.
It's 2019, y'all.
2019.
2K19.
Well, and actually, I do have a gift for you, and my friends at Get Mermaid Magic, they have some little crystals for you in the back. So
When I was a fairy, we call it face furniture. All the gems
Yes.
that go around on your face. It's your face furniture.
Yeah.
Get your face
for
furniture on, girl.
I'm gonna have to caption that. Now I have a caption. Thank you. I never know what else caption.
Face furniture.
I love
Always
it.
here for a hashtag.
Well, and I also threw in the bag, just so you know, you got your own Everyday Mermaid sweatshirt, one for me and Lauren, and I got your mom a sweatshirt too, so she can be an Everyday Mermaid too.
Very important.
Yes. Because, you know, she's the one that
I don't
brought
have
us
a
together.
mermaid thing, but it's kind of like similar. I have a dragon onesie.
Yes.
And
Lauren
it's
loves
like
dragons.
I love dragons.
scaly, and it's like
Yes.
blue and purple and like green.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
I should have
Hey,
worn
you know what? Both creatures have scales. So
Yep.
Yep, except
works.
one breathes fire and can fly. They're
we
like
don't know.
the opposite.
We don't know all that much about mermaids. I'm still reading my
True.
mermaid history book.
That's right.
For
True,
all
they
I
might
know,
be
some
real.
of them do breathe fire and fly.
Who knows?
They might be real. We don't know.
We don't know.
We know they've got turquoise blood.
Yep. Apparently that's a thing.
It's
So, if somebody wanted to follow you on the Instagram, Arwen, where would they follow you?
Arwen _official _13, and that's ARWEN, not IN.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Arwen official 13. With
Hey,
some
Abby.
underscores. Yeah.
Where should they follow you?
So if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Mermaid Vlogs on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And Lauren is at Beauty in the Mess.
Ooh.
And all spelled out there. But if you are listening on some other platform other than the Anchor app, we highly encourage you to download the Anchor app and leave us a voice message. It's super cool. We love that feature.
It's really fun.
And
You can always follow me. I'm always outside or like in the grocery store or something.
right, you can always
Don't
follow
stalk
Arwen
her.
at Kroger in the produce section with her mom. Thank y'all so much for listening, and we will see ya.
On the flip side.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
All my mermaids.
Do you want me to press stop on this, Abby?
Yes, please.